Hey Premier Planet, Justin Barlow here, and I am here to tell you all about the excitement you might have missed if you weren't in the house for PPW 212. As always, a big thank you to everyone who came out to the Premier Studio to support us, and if you weren't able to make it out, we know you were here with us in spirit. As always, we thank you as well. The evening, what an evening we had. We had a Four Corners #1 contender match, but there was a twist. Before the matchup, all four participants were placed in singles matches on their way to the Four Corners match to try and become the new #1 contender. The first of these matches took place between the former PPW World Heavyweight Champion, the world exclusive Matt Vine, who lost the title just 1 week ago. He took on Kim Chi. Kim Chi, obviously very sneaky, likes to take liberties with the rule book, but in the end, Matt Vine, with an inverted swinging neck breaker, puts Kim Chi away, picks up a moral victory on his way to the Four Corners #1 contender match. After that matchup, it was Andy Anderson taking on Sensei. Now, Sensei, well, you could say he drew kind of the short straw, having to take on the longest-standing veteran in PPW history and a very eccentric opponent in Irish Andy. But Sensei, just as it looked like hope was lost, he's able to roll Andy up, and as you can see from the footage, utilizes the ropes to his advantage, and Sensei is able to steal a pinfall victory from Andy Anderson on his way to the Four Corners match. After that match, it was Inestra taking on someone he has become very familiar with in Jose Acosta, the Premier Academy standout. If you remember over the last few weeks, Inestra and Sensei, they've really been putting the words to Jose, calling him a traitor, asking him why he's partnering with like the likes of Anakin, and wondering why he's not on their side instead of being on the side of the racists, if you will. Inestra and Jose, great matchup between these two. Jose, again, really showcasing those skills he's been picking up in the Premier Academy. But in the end, it's a sunset powerbomb from Inestra that seals the deal, bringing him into the Four Corners match with a moral victory. And this makes the competitors in the Four Corners match now 3-0. Could they make it 4-0 for the next match? Well, it would be up to Anakin to make that happen, as he took on Not Bad Chad, excuse me. Anakin and Not Bad Chad, two standouts from the Premier Academy, two fan favorites, a great back and forth matchup between these two, but in the end, Anakin walks away with the victory after delivering a beautiful swanton bomb off the top turnbuckle, but a great show of sportsmanship after the match. Anakin willingly shaking Chad's hand to congratulate him on a hard-fought victory, and Chad definitely deserves it. He took Anakin to the limit in this matchup, and Not Bad Chad, even though he didn't pick up the victory, definitely earned some points with the Premier Planet for this contest. After a short intermission, we came back, before the intermission, it was a one-on-one match. Last week, you heard it, Sky Blue challenged Connor Core to a one-on-one contest in his place, though Connor offered up 0-1 to wrestle in his stead. Sky accepted, wanting to get her hands on Connor, and the stipulation was made that if Sky was victorious, she would get Connor in a one-on-one matchup. And Sky was so close to getting that match until 0-1 distracted the referee, which allowed Connor to push Sky off of the top turnbuckle as she was setting up for a high-risk maneuver, and this allowed 0-1 to capitalize with a power slam. He knocks the wind out of Sky and steals a victory thanks to some help from Connor Core. Sky Blue, that chance to get Connor in the ring just slips through her fingers at PPW 212. After the intermission, we came back, and it was time, ladies and gentlemen, for our Four Corners #1 contender match. Now, not to be confused with a fatal four-way where all four participants are in the match at the same time. In a Four Corners match, two participants are in the ring while the other two are outside on the apron, and you can only enter the match by being tagged in by someone currently involved in the matchup. And this match, though, all four ended up in the ring at the same time. Everybody was flying around like crazy. Anakin was taken to the air. Sensei was taken to the air. Inestra was flying around. Matt Vine even took to the air in this one. Each one of these guys looking to become the new #1 contender, but when all was said and done, Matt Vine was able to hit another inverted spinning neck breaker, if you will, on Sensei, and this allows Matt Vine to pick up the 1, 2, 3, and Matt Vine, just 1 week after losing the Premier Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship, is now back in the title picture, and he would get his title shot at PPW 213 this coming Saturday. But who would the champion be? Well, I'm going to fill you in on that in just a moment, but before the main event, it was a one-on-one match between Conist, Connor Core as he calls himself, and Slappo the Clown, a very unorthodox opponent for Connor. But at the end of the match, Connor is able to roll up Slappo after an attempted slam, and thanks to a handful of Slappo's costume, trunks, whatever you want to call them, Connor's able to steal a victory from Slappo the Clown. And then it was main event time, ladies and gentlemen. Chase Gosling, the brand new Premier Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, just 1 week after ending Matt Vine's record-setting 4th title reign, put his championship on the line against 6'5", 270 pounds of a monster in Jay Bradley. And this match, ladies and gentlemen, this match was intense. Chase putting his heart and his soul on the line, trying to defend the belt against both figuratively and literally his biggest challenger to date. And let's take you to the footage, and we'll show you what happened at the conclusion of this contest.
15 minutes have expired, 45 minutes remain. So Chase Gosling retains the PPW World Heavyweight Championship by way of a disqualification. Jay Bradley robs himself of a chance to become the PPW World Heavyweight Championship by losing his temper and taking out the official, which resulted in the disqualification. Chase Gosling, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, Chase Gosling looked like he barely survived this one, but he survived nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, and he is still your PPW World Heavyweight Champion. And he goes on to this Saturday night at PPW 213 to defend his championship against the man he took it off of, the world exclusive Matt Vine. Chase is still very early in his third reign as champion, but Matt Vine has made it known, and he made it well known after his victory in the Four Corners match, and also after he saved Chase Gosling from a further beatdown at the hands of Jay Bradley, that he is looking for that fifth reign as PPW Champion. Premier Planet, as always, thank you for your continued support of Premier Pro Wrestling. Don't forget to find us all over social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. Both of those are at Premier Planet. Find us on Instagram. Remember, we're giving you one free match each and every week via our YouTube channel. And if you haven't done so already, log on to PremierProWrestling.com. Click that on-demand link. Start your 2-week free trial of our video-on-demand streaming service today. For all of us here at Premier Pro Wrestling, I'm Justin Barlow. We will see you folks out here for PPW 213.